Lucas! Lucas, my beloved! He's so good. Every time I put Luke Cage in a deck chat, I'm just like, why don't I play more Luke Cage? Should absolutely play more Luke Cage. He's so ridiculously good. It's actually unreal. Oh, Hood. Why would you do this to me and my family, Hood? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I think I play the demon to merge into Strange, yeah? Do I want to merge it in? Yeah, I think I do. I think I do. I gained 6 in the center. And this is 17 on the right up to 20 over there. So they would need 11 here and 4 here. Feels unlikely. Victory. I apologize if I missed it earlier. What is the purpose of Shadow King in these Strange Supreme decks? I've seen him in several. Wouldn't Shadow King undo Strange Supreme if you were dumb and played him wrong? I really appreciate that you put if you were dumb and played him wrong into your comment, because I was going to respond to the first part of your message with just don't be dumb. Or maybe you control where you play your cards. So, yes, Shadow King is symmetrical. If that is the answer to your question. Is yes, he's definitely symmetrical. I think they did. That is the answer to their own question for sure. I'm gonna simplify the board. Just get rid of it. I'm gonna punch Sam. I'll put a Pim arrow over here too. There's a bullseye in their deck. That's interesting. I don't know how I win the left is the problem. I have to draw death. Maybe I put debris here. I think this is enough to win here with the what's it called? Did the surfer. Weird surfer build. Probably surfer with Decade. Yeah, I assume that's what Bullseye is. Maybe they have like a Colleen Wing and a Swarm too. Definitely a good mute on this one. Shall we make some squirrels, gamers?
Rest in peace.
This death is super awkward, huh?
I am Iron Man.
Do we need a Carnage in here? Only one real enabler for the death is probably not enough. Want to kick Iron Man. I'm not competing there though, yeah? It gets rid of Mystique. It does get rid of Mystique. To be fair, my line was also very good against Mystique on the right. Do I play for all of them here? I think I play for all of them here, yeah. Alright, well, it didn't matter if we played hard for one side anyways, since Strange rolled a natural one. I would have probably won this game with my line, yeah. I would have debris and locked them out here. Did I miss out on Strange Spice Rack? Strange Spice Rack, unfortunately, felt very bad. Well, that's rude. Not as rude as this. I might just Misery the center on curve. Well, now it's this. Am I playing Lucas? I don't think I am, actually. Why not? Because when I Misery the center, I'm gonna put another squirrel into the right. This is gonna limit my space. Opponent's had enough, I guess. Man, I really want to fit a Carnage in here. Can I cut Shadow King? I think I gotta give up one of the tech cards to fit it in. I think it's Shadow King. I think I'd rather... Would I rather keep Luke? It's Red Guardian, Luke, or Shadow King. Give up a tech card, but this is more... If I'm playing Carnage, Shadow King gets worse too. Speaking of Mr. Negative, how is the Dow today? The Dow is currently bouncing a little bit Because our economy executor-in-chief announced that he's only going to tariff China 50 to 65% as opposed to 145%. Which is still, like, an incredible amount for prices to have to go up, but it is significantly less than 145% for them to go up, so... Yeah, 145% is basically an embargo, is accurate, yeah. I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to stay. That's so close. I ought to leave because I have all the energy. And the Killmonger unlocks them if I want to try and play it. I also don't know how I feel about Debris plus Killmonger in this build. Part of me thinks this Debris would be better as Shauna. Frog at a 10. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. At least Debris doesn't Loki our deck. That's true, you know. Accurate. That's true as well. Debris' value goes down if you're playing against other opposing strange decks also. Debris' better for death, though. Only very marginally. So, I'm thinking I'm not playing Killmonger this game, then. Both the left and the right are extremists. I honestly, I mean, should we ban a first-time chatter for saying that? On the left, it's pretty extreme that they want to make sure people have health care and can afford to live as opposed to going bankrupt. And on the right, we're throwing the entire planet into global economic distress and removing things like the ability to guarantee that you have a trial. That's pretty extreme on both sides, chat. One of the #1 things that makes me know we are doomed as a civilization is that how people can unironically both sides me after the last 3 months. Like, just like, it's hard to put into words how wholly and deeply detached from reality and stupid you have to be to both sides me after everything we've experienced in the last few months. Like, it's just, it's freaking wild. Do I keep them honest to the center? Maybe I'm supposed to keep them honest to the center. This is getting eaten, so it doesn't matter where I put it. Ranger, thanks for the half a year. You want a Firehair plus Carnage middle. Oh, that's interesting. Because she will punch this, and then I can acid arrow them. Oh, I like that. That's fun. What are they playing on the left here? They have something with negative power they're playing for some reason?
I am inevitable.
Oh, this actually works out perfect because I'm red guarding the power stone here, the way this plays out. So we win the right. What a sweet endgame.
Victory.
What a sweet endgame. This is, I know we always have new people here during drops, but just so like my political affiliations are made very clear. I'm only a Democrat by necessity of choice. I just like want people to not go bankrupt if they get sick. And I want like it to understand that people should be able to marry who they love. And that like my kids shouldn't have to run drills in case someone walks into their elementary school with a semi-automatic rifle and opens fire. Like, these are all just like superhuman things that we should all be able to agree on can happen. And we should argue about the differences in how we achieve these things, not that these things should or shouldn't happen. And the only extremism that exists is the fact that I have to debate with people that other humans have the right to exist or that people shouldn't go bankrupt if they get sick. Like, that's the only extremism that exists. And like, I'm a Democrat because they're literally the only political party in the United States that's going to work towards achieving any of those things I just talked about. Are they often useless and spineless like Chuck Schumer? Sure are, but they occasionally do some very good stuff, and they aren't actively dragging us backwards centuries in terms of human rights. So while no reasonable person is going to tell you the Democrats are perfect, they've got plenty of flaws. I'd be happy to list them for you. But I can also acknowledge their flaws while being like, they are literally the only ones working towards the option that I want to see and a better future for my children and myself and my planet. Ancillary Human, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate your generosity. Oh, can I beat 2 mystery cards in the middle? Maybe? I don't know. I don't actually know. One of them's a 1 cost. Yeah, that's true. It's a mystery. We'll never know. We're certainly cooked on the right. Much like the United States, we're certainly cooked on the right. Hopefully we can manage to win the center and the left. I think we gotta go. I think we gotta go. Oh, are they Erishim? Were they? None of these are Erishim cards. Their deck's big for Vibranium mines. I think we bail.
Escaped.
This deck has felt like it struggles to get... This deck has felt like it struggles to get enough points that it's not in Supreme Lane. And like, we have death, but in the games where we don't have death, it's felt rough. Is Thanos better than Infinity Ultron? Yes, Thanos is in a number of the arguably best decks in the metagame, and Infinity Ultron is very understated and bad. It's going to be slightly less understated after tomorrow's OTA, but still likely not good. All right, 11 a.m. We'll do one more segment of pedaling on the bike. And we'll stuff my face with lunch. Is insert any random card better than Infinity Ultron? The answer is almost always yes. Why would you say something so brave yet so true? Well, that complicates the Killmonger. What do you think of this? I'm kind of into it. Your revive cards count as created. They sure do, so my Strange is gonna eat my hood after it comes back. Oh wait, I don't know the order on that actually. Maybe not. Oh, does it not count as created? Maybe you're right. Alright, hopefully they get rocks. That's such bullshit. I hate this RNG game. We can Carnage Killmonger. Okay, that's funny. Okay, sure, yeah, that's funny. I did that in the right order, yeah? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Oh no! It's a freaking massacre! Oh, they have 2 hit monkeys! Oh no! If we eat a demon, do I win the left? We're 75% to win, yeah? No, I needed to play something here so we get bigger. Do we lose the break? No, we win the breaker. We're 75%. 75%, I think? Breaker, breaker. Give me some news. I got hot and points over you. Instantly rewarded for putting that carnage in our deck. Holy. Mighty fine sandcastle you built up there, gamer. Sure would be a shame if something were to happen to it. Mighty fine beach living. Listen, chat, I'm just a product of the environment in which I've been raised, okay? Don't judge me. Don't judge me too harshly. Brode chose the sandcastle kicking life for me. Who runs the world? Squirrels! I know this stat might seem a little bit strange, but it'll all make sense in a minute, okay? This is awkward here if this gets removed, but otherwise I think I want her here so she slides center. They're gonna move this shield, right? Maybe not because they have Bifrost. Damn. This locks him up on the right, though. Was that the best draw in my deck or what? Holy. Alright, Strange, I need you to eat one of the rocks in the middle for me, bud. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I forgot Firehair was gonna make rocks too. Oh, Andy ate the rock in the middle. What a nice guy, that Doctor Strange. Yeah, that was rude. The Lord Bonk! Thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. That evil Doctor Strange, he's so nice. Yep. Big evil, much wow. Why'd you play the Killmonger after the demons there? That's an exercise for the class. You should go back and look. You expect me to read, Jeff? It's busted, I know. That's super rude.
Rest in peace. Impressive.
Alright, then we overfill the center because we can move off into New York if need be. Alright, let's see if we can win our coin flip to Red Guardian Gorgon. Nice, our demon is cheaper. Hello, Tan. Thanks for the entire year. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Welcome back. It's fine. Dead. Losing the Thanos buff by 1. Lost my coin flip. Am I supposed to split the difference here? I'm supposed to play the demon on the left, aren't I? So that way, if these end up in the same spot as these, yeah. Yeah, it feels bad to lose the flip with the death, but I could have hedged against that flip by splitting Demon and Misery. I don't even read the cards when I play, and now you want me to read them when you play? It's a hard knock life. Looks like another Thanos deck. You know, I gotta say I'm a little surprised. I was expecting Clog to be the go-to Strange Supreme deck, but it's definitely been Thanos. Gobble these up over here. Strange, plenty of food. This gets us death down to 6 at least. For how long has Thanos been a Series 5 card? Since it was added. Thanos is what they call a big bad. Meaning it was intended to never drop series. Was Thanos on the right from them? We gotta go, unfortunately. These Zabu Thanos decks are just riddled with tech cards. Definitely about to just get our stiff plastered here.
Escaped.
All right, I think we're gonna let this one have finished this set out. It hasn't been amazing, but it's been okay. It's doing something with the new card. We had a little bit more feel for it when we returned from these adverts. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Don't go anywhere. $11.15. Do I eat now, gamers, or do I pedal for one more segment? Pedal for one more segment. Oh, let's claim things off the track. I kept saying I was gonna do that. I keep forgetting. What's been your favorite Strange Supreme deck? The one we played before this one this morning, with Shauna and Mockingbird. One from last night was okay too, with Death and Mockingbird. Up to 325 keys. That's good. We were getting low. Almost a million tokens, yep. Is there a limit? Yeah, whatever the integer limit is. I'd also wager there's probably people that'll have more keys than I do. There's people, gamers, my collection level isn't even 6 figures. There are people who are approaching collection level. There are people approaching collection level 200,000. There's always a bigger fish in the ocean. Should just buy all the ultimate variants. I have every ultimate variant that I like the look of. I haven't held back on them. I just don't like the ones that are remaining. I can only imagine the amount of time it took to get to collection level 200,000. You mean clicking through things off the track? Yeah, it must have taken forever. Are they gonna do a force claim when the rework hits? No, because the rework isn't changing the contents of Spotlight of regular reserves. They said they'll only forcibly claim things if they change the contents of reserves. And considering we're getting a full economy rework without that happening, I have to imagine reserves contents are gonna be staying the same for the foreseeable future. How do I feel about just murdering the shield proactively? Think I'm into it. World Santa Samuelson. Can't decide if I want to save this to Misery. Could go either way. Second Dinner communicated a long time ago that the idea of claiming first copies of Series 5 cards is something they were not going to pursue. What's a first copy? I don't understand. They initially floated an idea years ago, back before Spotlight caches even existed, that they were going to put first badges on cards that people got from Spotlight caches as an incentive for people to get the cards from Spotlights ahead of time. This blocks the squirrels from happening, and it re-triggers the Red Guardian. I think I'm into it. that in their deck? Oh, it's an Iron Patriot card. Ah, we're a little bit short in the center. This is also an Iron Patriot card, right? Yeah, so I don't have to worry about, like,
Victory.
what's it? I don't have to worry about Infinite. Those are Iron Patriot cards. Likely just can't compete here. It's not from caches, it was from Token Shop. Yes, it was the Token Shop, you're right. As I said, it predates caches that I said caches. Yeah, predated caches.
This just in.
Begging and pleading, bro. Stop putting cards in my hands. Please. Please! Do we know what the feature location is at 2 o'clock, by the way? How unplayable is this game gonna be? Oh, it's a new one. What is it? What does it do? Snap Strange Supreme into kill. Discard a card. When you fill this location, get it back with +5 power. Interesting. Yeah, that's actually a neat one. So discard is on the menu. Kind of. Discard decks don't typically fill their locations, right? Swarm decks do. I kinda, again, like, a deck with Swarm doesn't usually play Swarm out in advance, so they're gonna have to adjust their play patterns to make that happen. And then my Strange Supreme is gonna eat the demon, so that way I can Killmonger next turn. Which is kind of gas, yeah.
I've got the throne.
Bye, friends. I think Mizuru is the best draw in my deck, yeah. Speed drop 20 it over here. Do I drop 20 it over here? Then to put 6 on the left while putting a bunch on the right. Yeah, I think this is right. I've gotten punished every time I've split the difference today. They have an Iron Patriot card. They do, and it's discounted, but that encourages me to play here more, right? They have 10 energy, though. Oh, their Iron Patriot card is beta. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, it's beta. Do I just keep them honest here and put this here? They're probably more likely to shag me here, yeah? Close. We're winning either way.
Victory.
How do we feel about my 218, chat? Man, I'm so happy they finally released a good card. Not even good, just like an interesting card to build your deck around. I think there's a good chance he's actually only okay in terms of power level. Like his early stats are nothing crazy. He's just playable, and I get to build a neat decks around him, which is all I want. I just need them to not be constantly bad. Yeah, Kahori was okay. I think it's a fair take that Kahori was okay. We played some interesting games with Kahori. She was just ultimately pretty weak. You hit your sub goal, time to raise it. So I think it's one of the scummiest things imaginable when you see content creators put a goal up and then immediately make it higher when they hit that goal. In fact, the Twitch sub goal widget actually has a button you can press to automatically make it higher when you hit it. Because the psychology of having goals like that on the screen is as you get closer to them, people are more likely to support. But that goal is a rolling total, so you're gonna see it go up and down as people sub and as previous people's subs fall off. But no, I don't ever intend to basically scam people by constantly moving the number up. That's deeply scummy. One, two, three, four. Do I want to murder this or do I want Strange to eat it?
Opponent snapped.
I think the story rating in Honkai is very solid, Ben. I think all of their games are very reasonable. I like Koyo versus stuff a lot. I played Honkai for a long while, then I just like ran out of time for having another mobile game. It's a Shang Snap. Could very well be a Shang Snap. Clearly should have left my Pim Arrow lived and just counted on them making another one.
Impressive.
Debris is so much worse than... What's it called here? She's so much worse than Shauna here because they're also a strange deck. What if I do this? It gives me some arrows next turn, and it makes death 1 cheaper. I think I'm into it. And Carnage does enjoy eating Kate, so that's an upside. You think the public tracker information is skewed by people waiting to get the new card in the ecosystem? I think that's probably not a thing.
Power must be controlled.
Unfortunately for our opponent, it looks like they have a case of Shag Brain. And they thought they could stay because of their tech card.
Victory.
That's true. I think it's accurate that Debris with Strange is currently the worst it's ever going to be because of the density of opposing copies of Strange. I agree with that take. She's been okay, and she's currently the worst she'll be for the foreseeable future because of all the opposing copies of Strange. So it's hard to fully anecdotally judge her. Killmonger turn probably killed their bird as well. Yeah, it's a good take. They were sitting on a Mockingbird, perhaps. Flip a coin to turn the shield off, and if we hit the shield, they can't use it to win Luke's bar later, which is a win-win.
Avengers. Assemble.
Oh, only 1 in 3 now. Sad that we missed that, but also it's like, fine. The Killmonger open space send the acid arrow in is one of my favorite sequences. Although I suppose if I hadn't Killmongered, I could just assume they're moving the shield out and then tag them with the acid arrow, so maybe that's wrong, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think I messed it up. How do I win the game from here? I don't know that I can. Because they're gonna win Luke's bar. Honestly, even if I don't make the Killmonger play, I'm probably still gonna struggle to win Atlantis. Oh, this still buffs both of these. Yeah. Definitely. I wasn't thinking about it buffing both captains too. I definitely should have just bet that they moved the shield out and acid arrowed without Killmongering. Was the line to maybe win, and even then, like I said, I think with the Iron Man here, we probably lose left and center because of the shield. Perhaps I should have considered saving my Kate to win the center, was our path to victory, I think. Is it a feature or a bug that it buffs the other captain? Feature. Intended usage. Yep, just can't debris into a strange deck. Cosmo on Firehair means that she does not work, FYI. I think we're dead. Even if debris was shot at here, we'd still be in a lot of trouble. We built Wicked with Strange Supreme yesterday and it felt pretty clunky. It's just hard to get enough payoff at the top end of your curve. While also fitting in cards that could, like, protect your Strange Supreme. Don't mind if it does. Fair trade, really. May or may not carnage these. Doxy. Oh, I bricked my draw. That was a mistake. Should have played the demon out last turn. Wasn't counting. Can Strange Supreme and Angela be something? You play your created cards to Angela and then clear them away with Strange. The problem is the cards that are best with Strange Supreme aren't ones that are putting created cards in your hand.
Impressive.
They are things that are putting lots of created cards onto the board. I feel like the username, because I got high playing with Doxy with her animation, feels very appropriately fitting. Just like, yep, this animation is your vibe, gamer. That could maybe be something to poke at Kevrito. Maybe we could do that as the next deck. Victory. We could play a bunch of really cheap generators. Like what are the cards that generate cheap cards? You have Kate and you have Maria Hill. Snowguard, like, kind of if I squint. What else generates cards that are low cost? Mirage? Is that enough? That might be enough. Hood, okay. Yeah, sure. I got like 10 minutes till the next ad break. We're gonna play this deck until then. But we'll throw that together and stop around with it a little. Can't hurt. Sentinel. The gamers have been vying for a Sentinel Strange deck. Maybe that's a Sentinel Strange deck. Maybe that's finally the one. Don't you dare take my death. Don't you dare. Ah, Marvel Retreat. It's my favorite game. Oh, if it takes death, you always get death back. Yeah, that's true. Mysterio does count as a created. Is this deck a Bass Mysterio deck? We tried Bass Mysterio yesterday. It was okay. But yeah, Mysterio's a card where you play it. It would be hard for him to guarantee take the one out of the Angela path, though, right? Hey, we won the coin flip. The Spice Rack deck is not worth talking about, unfortunately. It was very, very mediocre. Victory. Thanks for the 1.5 years, Colrath. Appreciate you keeping me around. The Spice Rack Supreme deck. Spice Rack Supreme was not good. Spice Rack in general is a very good Marvel Snap deck, but Strange was not a good fit for it. To clarify for the Spice Rack enjoyers in chat. I too am a Spice Rack enjoyer. Ooh, a Thanos opponent. Daring today, aren't we? This is fine. This is fine. This is mostly fine. I really don't want to lose my Killmonger here. Oh, I am really sad.
Rest in peace.
We can misery it later. Yeah, that's true. I'll stay. Grifter or Genius? Probably Grifter. This is like so good in a world where my opponent doesn't also have a Strange Supreme. Carnage. Carnage! Morph counts as a created card once he transforms, yes. Technically, Morph as a Morph doesn't count as a created card, but if he transforms, transformations are created, yes. Yes. 16 card deck. That's Agamotto, yeah?
Impressive.
Okay. I'm gonna play the Pim arrow out, not the demon, because the demon runs the risk of Killmonger coming back out of here again. Do I just not play the Killmonger there? Do I like Killmonger over here? Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Rest in peace.
I like how the Iron Patriot, like, flies in from off the screen. If I do this, actually. Yeah, I like it. That was the Iron Patriot card, yeah. I bricked a draw, but also that's fine. If Misery pops out of the center, that's fine, so I should play something here. The drops end at 2 p.m. Central tomorrow, approximately 26 hours from now. Is that overkill on the right? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Just time me out if Jeff loses, mods. See, you're not new here. Well, that was... We've been talking about Debris being awkward into the other Strange decks because, like, she feeds both sides, but she's a key disruptive card against non-Strange decks. She was definitely... Debris is definitely the reason why that win was so deterministic there for us, yeah? Not a high cube equity card, but a really, really good game-winning card. Unsurprisingly, I guess somewhat surprisingly maybe given the texture of the current metagame, is this deck list definitely felt better when I cut the Shadow King for a Carnage. Playing the original list we grabbed off of Untapped was originally just playing Killmonger and Misery as a death enabler, and I don't think that was nearly enough. We had far fewer games where death was stranded in our hand. Once we could combine these two, you could like Carnage 3 things and then Misery 2 others. Then you had like a 3/12 death that was like super reasonable a lot of the time. Felt pretty clean. So if you like looking for another build of Strange Supreme, this one felt pretty reasonable, all things considered. It'll probably be a little bit, like I said, I think the Debris builds are a little bit worse while he's the hot new card. But I think this card will be better positioned as fewer people are playing this card, so there's less mirror matches for you.